FDA approval for a second patient to receive their brain chip, paving the way for hope for many with spinal cord injuries.
The FDA gave the green light to Elon Musk company Neuralink to begin human trials. The FDA approval is a milestone.
Imagine this. You're wide awake. You feel everything. You hear the world buzzing around you, but you can't speak. You can't move. You can't even blink to say, I'm still here. You're alive, but invisible. Trapped in your own mind, screaming silently inside a body that doesn't respond. And then a chip, smaller than a dime, is surgically implanted into your skull. No wires, no keyboards, just thoughts. And suddenly, your world opens back up. You move a digital cursor, you send a text, you control a robotic arm. You speak to your family again, not with your mouth, but with your mind. This isn't a Black Mirror episode. This is real. And it started with one paralyzed man. One chip, one message from Elon Musk. The first human has been implanted. But what this chip unlocks might not just restore movement. It could rewrite what it means to be human.
First and most immediate need for a robot is to be able to manipulate these threads and insert them into the brain.
Would be to make it so that there's minimal neurosurgeon interface, that a neurosurgeon can walk in and talk to the patient, make them feel comfortable about the procedure, walk them through exactly what's going to happen.
And the most shocking part, the brain didn't just respond, it reached out. Millions of people live in silence, not because they have nothing to say, but because the connection between brain and body has been severed. Strokes, spinal cord injuries, ALS. These conditions can leave you fully aware but unable to act. Every day becomes a war between a mind that wants to live and a body that's given up. For decades, medicine tried to bridge the gap. We built speech boards, eye trackers, advanced wheelchairs, but nothing truly unlocked the brain's raw potential. Until now. In 2024, Neuralink, a neurotechnology company founded by Elon Musk, received FDA approval to begin human testing on its brain-computer interface. A chip that lets the brain speak again.
This is sort of what it looks like. This is our little device. That thing at the bottom is just to hold the threads in place because they're just like little fine wires. I mean, frankly, to sort of simplify this, what we're, I mean, it's more complicated than this, but it's, in a lot of ways, it's kind of like a Fitbit in your skull with tiny wires.
But who would be brave enough to let someone open up their skull and plant a computer inside? Meet Nolan. Nolan Arbaugh wasn't born to sit still. He loved adventure, sports, life, until one accident. One spinal cord injury changed everything. He went from running on grass to staring at ceilings. Paralyzed from the neck down, his body became a prison. He couldn't eat, type, or even adjust his own blanket. He was there, fully conscious, just locked in. Then Neuralink called. Do you want to be the first? They weren't offering a cure. They were offering a shot at freedom. What would you do? With nothing left to lose, Nolan said yes. On January 29th, 2024, the first human Neuralink chip was implanted. A surgical robot inserted 64 ultra-thin threads into his brain's motor cortex, each thread thinner than a human hair, dancing between neurons, avoiding blood vessels, listening for thought. The result? For the first time in years, Nolan moved a cursor without moving a muscle.
30-year-old Nolan Arbaugh is paralyzed from the shoulders down.
You just played some music? Yeah, man. That's awesome.
Now he can play music or chess, use a smartphone, all with just his thoughts. When he was 22, Nolan says he jumped into a man-made lake and sustained a spinal cord injury. His mom is his full-time caregiver.
I didn't have anything to wake up for in the morning, and this has changed that for me.
But how exactly does this tiny chip read your thoughts? Here's how it works. The human brain communicates using electric signals. Every thought, every movement, every memory is a flicker of electricity between neurons. Neuralink's chip captures those signals with extreme precision. The threads, each thinner than a red blood cell, are embedded into the brain's motor cortex. These threads detect neuron spikes, or patterns of electrical activity, and send them wirelessly to a receiver. The data is then decoded by software, which translates it into movement. So instead of physically clicking a mouse, you think about clicking, and it happens. Nolan's thoughts now control a cursor, a keyboard, and in the near future, possibly a robotic limb or exoskeleton. Imagine typing with your mind, controlling lights, locks, phones, all through thought. Even texting a friend just by visualizing the words.
Dr. Paul Niyajukian is a professor of bioengineering and neurosurgery. He directs the brain interfacing laboratory at Stanford.
Incredible, right? But here's the part no one saw coming. For Nolan, this wasn't just a tech demo. It was a resurrection. Suddenly, he wasn't just watching others live. He was back, online, active, involved. Neuralink gave him tools to navigate digital spaces. Video calls, text messages, digital art, gaming, all accessible again. But this chip isn't just for the paralyzed. It could one day treat blindness, repair spinal cords, even restore memory. It's already shown promise in primates, monkeys playing Pong with their minds. The next frontier? Humans merging with AI. But while the promise is real, so are the risks. Not everyone is applauding. Neuralink's past animal trials were messy. Reports of seizures, infections, and even deaths. Musk's vision of mind-AI fusion raises chilling questions. Who controls the chip? Can it be hacked? Can your memories be read or erased? The FDA originally rejected Neuralink's application. Concerns about overheating chips, tissue damage, long-term effects. But after rigorous redesign, Neuralink got the green light. Still, critics warn, this could turn into the most powerful surveillance tool ever made.
Protesters lining up in front of Austin City Hall Wednesday, calling for Neuralink's animal testing labs to be shut down.
We have two huge bus ads. These are 60-foot long ads, and they say, Elon Musk released the videos, what are you hiding?
So, is this humanity's greatest leap or a digital leash? Let's look further. In Musk's world, we're not just curing disability, we're building a new species. One that can download skills, upload memories, link brains in real time, talk telepathically, compete with AI. And this isn't theory, it's roadmap. Neuralink envisions a future where brain interfaces become as common as smartphones. But is the human soul ready for that? If your mind can stream, share, and upgrade like software, do you stay you? We're heading into uncharted territory, but some already live there. For Nolan, the chip wasn't about chasing the future. It was about reclaiming his. It wasn't about becoming Superman. It was about saying, I'm still here. Technology didn't make him more than human. It made him whole. And if one man's brain can rewrite his story, what stories are we ready to tell? Because this isn't just a chip. It's hope. It's a second chance. It's the human spirit, upgraded, not replaced. Would you trust a chip in your brain? Are we enhancing life or playing with fire? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button if this blew your mind. And hit subscribe because we're just scratching the surface of what tech science, and the human spirit can do together. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one, where the impossible becomes real.